I feel like Goblin, like you might look a little bit like a narc. Like your visual is so different from someone who has had extreme drug situations.
I think it helped me get away with a lot of shit, for sure. You know, and I got pulled over a million times when I was younger because I would always drive these like complete shitbox cars that cops definitely thought were filled with different looking people than me. And it like there had been multiple times where I got pulled over and like the cop would basically just walk up and just be like, "Hey, slow down," and just leave. Like they just give me the quick profile and just like, you know, meanwhile, I got like a bag of blow in my back seat. I got a gun that I bought off my coke dealer, you know, like I got a bunch of bullshit. There's a scale under the armrest, you know, like just prison time in the car. There was one time where I got pulled over with a buddy of mine and like, we had a case of Corona visible in the back seat. And I used to drive a 1994 Cadillac DeVille and it was purple. And I got it for like $2,000 or $3,000 and it leaked water all over the passenger seat. Like every time I'd accelerate, once I got past like third gear, it would just start pissing on the passenger like every time. So I got pulled over in this thing and the cop lights me up and I'm drunk. I'm like, holy shit. Like I'm going to jail, dude. I'm drunk. I have blow on me. I've got there's a scale in the back seat. There's a bag of weed in here. We have alcohol and I'm 20. I'm not even 21.
Blow means like, cocaine, right?
Yeah. I had a bag of coke. Like I had everything. So I like I had a little fanny pack with like all my bad things in it. And I threw it in the back seat and I put a jacket over it as we got pulled over. And this cop comes up and he's super young and he looks at me and my friend and we look pretty similar. We're both just like white dudes with no tattoos and, you know, from the suburbs, you know, we're good. So this guy pulls us out of the car and he's talking to me and he's like, be honest with me, man. Like, how much have you had to drink? Like, you got open alcohol in the car. And my friend's holding a Corona when we get pulled over, mind you. He's like holding it down by his leg, like thinking that like the cop's not going to see it. He's like, dude, I see that Corona. Like he like immediately called him out. He's like, I see what you're holding.
Really? It's by my leg. I didn't know you'd look there.
Yeah. We were already pretty buzzed. And I tell the guy, I'm like, listen, man, I had a couple drinks tonight. You know, I'm thinking like, dude, I'm about to get a DUI. And 4 months later, I did get a DUI, rightfully so. But on this night, the cop was like, well, I can't believe this actually happened. But he was definitely young and he was new. And he's like, well, you know, honestly, man, you don't seem that drunk to me. And like, I ran your license and like, you don't. At the time, my record was fine. Like I had a retail theft thing from a couple years prior and like a couple possession charges, but I wasn't, you know, probably the guy he was hoping to pull over when he pulled over a. Yeah, you know, I was a small time guy. I wasn't the guy he thought he was getting when he pulled over a purple Cadillac DeVille, you know. He was like, listen, man, like you don't seem drunk to me. You seem good to drive. Like your buddy's drunk though. Like he can't be drunk. I need to take the alcohol from you guys because like you're both under 21. And I'm like, hey man, like no problem. And, yeah, that's literally my friend's like, dude, I turned 21 in a month. Like, come on, like just let me keep it. Like he was arguing back with the cop. I'm like, dude, just let him take the fucking alcohol, please. And he grabs the drink that my friend's holding, and then he opens the back seat of my car. And he grabs the like case of Corona. It's still in the box and everything. And right next to the case of Corona is I had a green jacket covering the fanny pack that had my blow, that had the scale, that had the bag of weed, that had basically everything illegal all in one little place. And as he like grabs the beer, he like closes the door and he's joking. He's like, there's nothing else in there, is there? And like, I'm like, no, dude, like, no, there's nothing else in here.
He's suspecting you of an unreal amount of Dalmatians in the back.
Yeah, he thinks I'm up to something. And I'm like, no, man, there's nothing else in here. And like, thankfully, he let us go. I got a ticket for, it was, I don't remember what the wording was, but it was something with it was like illegal transport of alcohol by a minor or something like that. And then I got a ticket for like, not like signaling when I like switched lanes or something like that. It was like $200 altogether. Like it was nonsense. And I definitely deserved a Dewey. I'll tell you that much. I deserved one. I remember me and
my Coke was in the car.
Probably like an 8-ball, like 3.5 grams.
Enough to get in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
If you were to do Coke one time, how much would that weigh?
Like just one line, or like if you were just buying a bag for one night?
I'm trying to like, how much is a personal consumption night?
I mean, okay, so it depends. If no one ever does coke alone. It's the kind of thing where like you're drunk, you're at the bar, and it's like, guys, we need a bag. You know, in that scenario, you might get an 8-ball, which is 3.5 grams. That's like you're with a lot of homies. If it's just you and one other person, you can get away with 1 gram. You know, for the night.
Okay. So one person might do 0.5 gram or a little more.
Maybe, and yeah, 0.5 gram for one person is plenty. You know, if you're just sitting at your house and you're drinking, there's no reason to need more than 0.5 gram. You know, if you do more than 0.5 gram, you're doing really shitty stuff.
So I'm curious. We talked about mushrooms a few shows ago. If you were to do mushrooms, right? You're looking for a good night. You're not going anywhere.
Yep.
What's it weigh?
In my opinion, probably 2 grams.
Oh, okay.
I think 2 is like a nice chill. Like you're not tweaking. You don't trip very often. You just want something light. 2 grams is a nice chill dose. My first time tripping. My first time tripping, I took an 1/8. I took 3.5 grams, and I did not have a good first shroom trip.
Really? I've never had a good shroom trip. Every time, like this shroom vape is pretty solid. This is nice. This is making me feel a little goofy, but every time I've eaten shrooms, it's been an absolute nightmare.